What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is ARK Survival Ascended, and today I'm doing kind of a different type of video. Now that it is 2025, all ARK DLCs that will have Bob's Tall Tales content have officially been released. Extinction was the final one, so I want to kind of show you around everything that we've gotten, and I want you guys to make your own decision, and I'll tell you if I think it's worth that $30 price tag. Now, first, I want to get into the skins. Now, I have no idea why the Aberration one is glitching out right now, but if I get close enough, it looks fine. So we have three different skins here. We have the Frontier, the Steampunk, and the Wasteland. Personally, I am super partial to the Frontier. I love the wood aesthetic, and I think it looks good in no matter what kind of base you build. But, honestly, with Extinction, the Wasteland aesthetic's really nice, and I've always also loved the Steampunk. I don't like the random pipes, which I know is steampunk aesthetic. Now today, this is going to be a part one of this. Pretty much I'll be taking you through kind of the crafting items, and I'll do another video with anything I forget here, along with the three creatures being the Oasisaur, the Cosmo, and the Armadoggo, I'm pretty sure. So today, I'm going to get in and talk to you guys about every single thing here and let you know if I think it's worth that $30 price tag, which can be pretty steep. First up, we have the Bio Grinder, one of my personal favorites, if not my personal favorite. You throw in a tamed or unclaimed creature, meaning you can have eggs that hatch on top of this. They will be ground up into kibble and drops. So, normal creature, that's going to be hide, meat, and kibble. For a tech creature, like my tech Stego Farm, did a full video on that, check out if you're interested. You can actually get the kibble along with all the other drops, so scrap metal, LED dust, oil, and electronics. Now, really quick, I also want to talk about the two turrets we've gotten, the Tesla Coil and the Blade Wasp Hive. Tesla Coil is pretty unique. It actually requires crystal to fire, and it has three different fire modes. Charged, which is kind of a burn effect, Bright, which is a stun effect, and then Volatile, which causes creatures to take more damage for a short period of time, so almost like a weaken. Personally, this is my favorite out of the two, but that's only because the Blade Wasp Hive has been a little buggy for me, with it not wanting to attack wild creatures, but let's get into it. Requires honey to power and sulfur to fire. It's pretty unique, and it is an anti-flyer turret. Now, I can set it on attacking wild creatures, but it is still a little weird. Maybe Wildcard will fix that. So with that, let's get into the next section. Honestly, I don't know where else to put this guy either. The Survivor Mate, or Sur 5R Mate, has a couple different settings. Ooh, that is not his thing. Here it is. Ooh, he is being summoned, and he can be a follower, where he'll just follow you around. A butler, where he can move things around your base, throw things in different benches, and other stuff like that. Repair, I have not personally used this one. And then harvest, you can give him a list of materials in his inventory, and he will go out and harvest them for you. You have to set it up as an input. So let's just say I want him to go harvest bullets. He cannot do that, but for the sake of this, let's say he can. And you set it as input, say, okay, go harvest now, and he'll go run off, and if he finds anything in range that meets your specifications. So this is good for stone, wood, basic materials. He's not going to be able to go out and find you element or some of those higher up materials like that. So let's get into the next part. Well, here we are, guys, getting into the main segment with the crafting benches. Now, I think these are the most important additions to Bob's Tall Tales. The first one is the makeshift lab, which thankfully can be powered by a tech gen, because this thing actually needs element to power. Oh, it is pretty much a chem bench on crack. Let me just show you how fast it can make something. Just immediate. You just say, oh, craft one, bam, immediate. This is also the only place where you're able to craft the element-imbued gasoline for the Battle Rig Garage. So, you know, pretty important to your progression. And, of course, it's pretty much just a chem bench on crack with I think it is a little more efficient as well. So, that's the makeshift lab. Now, the Steam Forge. Unlike the actual makeshift lab, this needs actual element. It can't be powered with a tech gen, to my knowledge. Maybe it can. I actually have this thing backwards. Let's go to the front of it here. Here it is. Looks really awesome, actually. And from what I've heard, for every, I think it's 3 metal smelted, you actually get 4 ingots. So what I mean is you smelt 6 metal, raw metal, you get 4 ingots, which that's efficient, and we don't see that, I don't believe, with the industrial forge. So, it's better, but also, like everything else from this, it's very expensive. Finally, let's get into the industrial preserving bin. Exactly what it sounds like. Just a better preserving bin. Make jerky, or just use it as I don't know, a fridge, even though you should have a fridge by now. But this is just a really fast way to actually make jerky. So with that, all the crafting bitches have been covered. Personally, these are my favorite things, but I still wish these were in vanilla because I don't want to pay $30 if I only want one of these. But, I can see where they're coming from, so let's get into the next segment of the video. Now we're into the segment with things I really don't know where to put. We have the spotlight here, which is really good for decoration, and it's actually how I lit up this entire area for this video because I'll show you without it, it is really dark. So turn off. Okay, that does not show it properly. See? Okay. I guess I'm not doing it full justice, but it's really cool. It's more of a cosmetic thing, though. And here's the tinkering bench. I have not gotten to use this thing fully, but it's still really cool. Like, you can combine 3 blueprints into one. Do I have 3 blueprints on me? I do not. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't really show you how it works, but all you need to know is you can stable combine, which is a guaranteed chance of success, but gives you a worse blueprint. Not worse, but a better blueprint. But then there's unstable combine, which gives you a much better blueprint and, has a chance of failing. And from what I've heard, the first blueprint you put in this setting is probably what you're going to receive. That is not confirmed. Just want to let you know. Also, really quick, if you haven't watched this far, consider subscribing to the channel. We are almost at 150 subs, and I could not be more thankful. I really do appreciate you guys. You are all amazing for coming back and watching these. And let's get into the next segment. Here we are, guys, with our next segment. It is all about genes. Now, we have the embryo incubator here and the gene storage. Now, with the embryo incubator, you get a creature that has to go through gestation, let's say a thyla, and when it's going through gestation, just poke it, take out the embryo, throw it in here. You can actually see all the stats, so you can decide, do I want to keep this, or, do some not-so-family-friendly activities with it. But this is really nice because, yeah, it's just the egg incubator, which I don't even think we have an ASA yet, so that's pretty cool that we've gotten something like this. Then the gene storage is exactly what it sounds like. It can store a multitude of genes for you, a bit more than the gene scanner can handle itself. This can only have 10. I'm pretty sure this gets 15. And, both these are really cool, but they do not match up with the gene scanner, which not only acts as a spyglass, but it also acts as a creature scan. So you can just go through and find whatever creature you want. If it's on this map, it'll find it for you. And then also take up to 10 traits out of your creatures and switch them over. So on the Ab series, I actually made some very good Megalosaurus with this. And, it's really fun having a vampiric, aggressive, angry Megalo that is just unkillable because of your traits. I am upset that the trait system is also pretty much locked behind Bob's Tall Tales because, yeah, you can get creatures with traits, but you can't swap them around. So you could have a couple Megalos with amazing traits, but you can't combine those into one baby with all the amazing traits on it. So this is another thing where I'm like, it's absolutely amazing, it's totally worth it. But then again, you have to think, hey, wouldn't it be awesome if this was also still free to play? So let's get into my final 2 segments talking about some of the new stuff for Extinction. Here we are, guys, at the Tribe Tower. Now, the reason I could not show it to you over there is that, this is also where I do my Extinction series. So I can't just place another Tribe Tower as you're only allotted 1 per tribe. And I don't want to deal with all the leaving the tribe stuff. Now, this thing's really cool. You can get boss element bonus, a taming speed bonus, and an XP bonus. And all you need to do is throw Apex drops in here and allow it to stay active. Now, I did infinite Apex drop farm on my channel. Go check that out if you're interested. And yeah, this thing's pretty cool. But it does have its drawbacks, has to be placed in an open area. It's definitely trying to encourage tribes to be a bit more out in the open rather than being little rats in caves. Now, I don't know much about PvP. All I know is cave rats and cave raids are a super big part of it. So I'm not sure if this is changing up the meta. All I know it is a super cool, and you know what? It's in PvP too. PvE, I should say. And it's awesome. So let's get into the third and final thing I wanted to discuss in this video. Well, here it is, guys, the Battle Rig Garage, the final item I wanted to discuss. Now, I've not gotten to use this very much personally. All I know is that when you do any type of OSD, you get so many parts for this thing. I mean, I've done blue and yellows, and I've gotten Ascendant and Mastercraft parts for it. So, it can't be all bad, and it has so many different customization options that this, I've said it 1,000 times, I'm a broken record at this point, this is something you wish was free and not behind the $30 price tag. But I guess it's time I finally answer the burning question. Do I personally think Bob's Tall Tales is worth it? Especially now that we've gotten everything, and of course, Bob's True Tales has been confirmed for Genesis Part 1, Genesis Part 2, and possibly Lost Colony. Now, we don't actually know much about that since it is a new DLC, but you know what? We can just safely assume that it's probably going to be on there. Keep up the theme of 3 maps each. Yes, I think Bob's Tall Tales is worth it, but this is also coming from the person that bought it a few days after its release. Like, when it had nothing. Honestly, it really got better when Aberration and Extinction dropped, because it really wasn't that worth it when Scorched was there. Because all you got was the Oasis Ore, some cosmetics, a train. That was really it. And I didn't even scratch the surface of the armor cosmetics, which I am actually wearing the Wasteland ones right now. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's worth that $30 price tag, or do you think you should wait till it goes on sale, which it inevitably will? I mean, ASE goes on sale for what, $5-10 every couple months? Not even that, probably every month. So with that, once again, I am going to thank you guys for your continued support. You guys are awesome. Always supporting the channel, making me feel awesome about doing this kind of content. And you know what? If you have any questions or comments or your own opinions about Bob's Tall Tales, let me know down in the comments section below. And, leave a like if you want to see more content like this. And with that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.